call it out, and that's what he's doing.
This particular voicemail was actually very explicit, really disturbing. It really shows the amount of hate that is still out there, particularly over these last couple of years.
In a tweet of her own, Governor Hochul saying she's sorry Lou had to experience his hateful language. Glenn Schuck, 1010, WINS News.
The NYPD says a Hamilton Heights man arrested for the random slashing of an Asian woman in Times Square over the weekend has now been charged with assault as a hate crime. They did not specify what led to the hate crimes charge. 30-year-old Anthony Evans was arrested in Midtown this morning. The 59-year-old woman was on 7th Avenue near 42nd Street when a man came up from behind and slashed her in the hand and wrist with a box cutter on Sunday morning. WINS News Time 2:46. Inmates at Attica can now check out a certain book from the library, but it will be missing a very key graphic.
New York prison administrators have removed the ban on inmates reading the Pulitzer Prize-winning book Blood in the Water, except for 2 pages. The 2-page map of the Attica Correctional Facility was removed for, quote, security reasons. The book details the deadly 1971 Attica uprising and its legacy.
Correspondent Jim Krikula. 87 degrees now, mostly sunny here in the city. We are going down to 72 tonight. The real field temperature is 93 degrees, and we might see a thunderstorm pop up in some spots early this evening. WINS News Time 2:47. Big gender gap on the issues in the New York State governor's race. That story is next.
Hey everyone, it's Kenny Maine, the host of Hey Maine, the Kenny Maine Talks to Famous People podcast. Made a list of people we thought would say yes, and most of them did. Not going to call out the others who didn't. Actually, what the others do mainly is don't answer. So not really saying no. So really, our potential audience for guests and for listening audience is the whole planet. No one really has said no. So we want you to find it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of being tracked online? There's a simple solution. Let's go. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more. All for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. Let's go. Privacy simplified.
Did you know that thread count is a myth? Think about it. It doesn't matter how many threads your sheets have if they're not the best quality threads. I'm Scott Tannen, founder of Boll & Branch, and we know that the softest sheets are made with the highest thread quality, not the highest thread count. We start at the source and make our sheets from scratch. Our farmers grow the finest 100% organic cotton on earth. Our weavers are the best in the industry and only use the longest staple threads. This all means our sheets are free from toxins, have superior softness, and get softer with every single wash. They're so luxurious they'll be loved by 3 U.S. presidents. To top it off, we have a 30-night risk-free trial, plus free shipping and returns. Our sheets are made different, so you can sleep better at night. Get 15% off your first set of sheets when you use promo code DEAL at bollandbranch.com. See site for details. That's BOLLAND branch.com. Promo code DEAL.
WINS News Time 2:49. 2 new polls show Governor Kathy Hochul ahead of Republican challenger Lee Zeldin. But in the breakdown, Zeldin is gaining ground in some areas. CNN college poster Stephen Greenberg.
Right now in New York City, Hochul is holding her base. She needs 70 to 21%. But when we move out of the city, it becomes a much closer race. Zeldin has a narrow 3-point lead in the downstate suburbs.
An Emerson College survey shows Hochul with a 51 to 35% lead overall, but there is a huge gender gap in the wake of the Supreme Court decision overturning Roe v. Wade. Lee Zeldin opposes abortion rights. He has voted with his party against the right to contraception. The Emerson poll shows women supporting Hochul over Zeldin 55 to 26%. The Siena survey showing Hochul ahead with women 59 to 33%. On that question, both surveys show the candidates in a dead heat when it comes to male voters. WINS News Time 2:50. The plaintiff in the landmark same-sex marriage case is running for office. Jim Obergefell, whose case before the U.S. Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage nationally, is a Democratic candidate for the Ohio State House. He says he hopes his fellow Democrats can make gains with a message of equality. But marriage equality is once again threatened, this time by a new makeup of the U.S. Supreme Court with 6 conservative justices, one of whom, Clarence Thomas, recently saying that case should be revisited. A final encore to the Prince estate in court. That story coming up after traffic and weather in just a moment. News time, 2:51. Time now for that traffic and transit report with Greg Rice.
No, Lori, it's not a little red Corvette, but we do have a breakdown of a car on the westbound BQE coming down towards the Prospect, and an absolute mess really all the way on back towards McGinnis Boulevard. Now, this calling eastbound BQE, no stalls, just all one crawl from 38th Street up to the Brooklyn Bridge. Somebody's car broke down on the eastbound belt, getting out just past Pennsylvania Avenue. That's got you crawling from right around Knapp Street into the area. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Citybound side of the George, good enough to the upper and lower. Northbound and west side, that's the best ride that gets you out of town. Looking at the Lincoln Tunnel, that's about 10 minutes in or out so far. Holland, also no more than 10 either way. Even the Queensbound Throgs Neck has thinned down for now. Citybound Midtown Tunnel, Brooklyn-bound Brooklyn Bridge, not great, not yet. Staten Island Expressway is still sluggish west from right around Slauson Avenue all the way out towards the West Shore. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3. Eastbound Elroy loads out to Roslyn Road, reportedly a crash. Not perfect, but better on the eastbound northern. Eastbound Southern State Parkway, you got fits and starts of traffic from Eagle Avenue to the Seaford Oyster Bay, and getting out towards Suffolk, eastbound Elroy loaded to Bagatelle Road. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Wins.
Are you taking advantage of homeowner rebates for energy-efficient appliances? What about Smart Start incentives that mean more green for your small business? Let Chloe be your guide to New York's clean energy program. Follow her to njcleanenergy.com to see how you can save.
Well, the AccuWeather 4-day forecast, sponsored by Touro University's New York School of Career and Applied Studies. Nice guys. Here is meteorologist Brian Thompson.
It's a warm day, Lori. Temperatures well into the 80s, even to 90 in spots. The humidity is on the higher side as well. So real fuel temperatures have been getting into the 90s at times this afternoon. We're watching the 1010 Wind South Laredo for some showers and some thunderstorms. They're very spotty right now. We have one right along 287 in New Jersey, just east of Bedminster. That's drifting off toward the east. We have a few more up, way up into the Hudson Valley.